Welcome to another episode number 60 to the Swoop Shoes podcast. Yes, we got the group here. We got myself, Eric, aka 43 and 24, going to make the playoffs again. We got Armani, aka the best playing team. Lakers on a 3-game win streak. Got a big one tonight at Milwaukee. We
No
got Josh,
LeBron.
no
LeBron.
LeBron.
No LeBron.
We got Josh, aka blow it entire thing up. Y'all didn't want no Operation Goon. Y'all didn't want no Jalen Green. Sean Marks, get your ass out of Brooklyn. And also Ernest, he's on his way back, so he'll join us later on in the pod. So without further ado, we had a lot of stuff going on in the basketball world. The last time we had our episode, um, the player races are heating up. As we all know, we're in March, and some things have been transpiring within that time frame. But first, the madness has begun. March Madness, the NCAA tournament, men's and women's, and to say that it hasn't disappointed is an understatement. In the men's side, we had all four number ones and all four number twos advancing to the Sweet 16. As y'all know, UConn, North Carolina, Purdue, and Houston all advanced as the one seeds. And for the two seeds, you had Iowa State, Arizona, Marquette, and Tennessee all advanced. We had some upsets in the first round. Kentucky, again, for the second time in 3 years, losing in the first round to a double digit seed. This time was to an Oakland, was from a team named the Oakland Golden Grizzlies from out of Michigan, and had a guy named Jack Goldkey go off for 30 points, dropping 10 threes on Kentucky. Just to say that the Kentucky fan base is pissed off is an understatement. So they need to rectify that ASAP. Kansas losing in the second round to Gonzaga. Kansas were all banged up. Kevin McCullers, he was ruled out for the NCAA tournament, and they barely survived their first game against Sanford, and a couple of questionable calls. They escaped that, but they got blown out against Gonzaga. So Kansas out.
One thing about Kansas, they always, ever since I've been watching basketball, they always been flops. I'm gonna lie. I don't think I ever saw them live up to their expectations.
Well, they did win the chip in 2022, 2 years ago. So, but then again, Josh, you're right. They have been underachieving. You know, not as bad as
And from
Kentucky.
the Wiggins teams, the
That's
twin,
right.
the Morris twins teams.
Yep.
Um,
The Merrill Chalmers
I mean,
team, they barely won.
Embiid was there too, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Embiid,
Thomas Robinson, remember Thomas Robinson was there with the twins, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Stack
I remember. Yeah.
Cliff Alexander, like they had
Mhm.
some higher teams, and they say, oh, them in Arizona for some reason.
Well, speaking of Arizona, they did win their first two games, so they're finally in the Sweet 16. They'll play Clemson out of the ACC. Alabama, another team out of the SEC, which on Friday were gotten really beat up because 5 out of the 8 teams that got into the tournament lost that those first 2 days. Kentucky losing. You had Auburn getting upset again in the first round. You had, let me see, if I remember going through my bracket, you have Auburn, you have Florida losing. That's another one. South Carolina losing.
They lost in first round, right? Yeah,
Yes, I kind of lost in the first round.
that's on
Okay.
our bracket.
Oh, Alabama, they won. Tennessee won. Okay. And if I'm missing one more team, Mississippi State losing to Michigan State. So 5 teams out of the SEC lost in the first two days of the NCAA tournament. um, so you're gonna have a rematch of last year's title game between UConn and San Diego State this coming week. Illinois, Iowa State, North Carolina, Alabama, Clemson, Arizona, Houston, Duke, NC State, the only double-digit seeded team remaining in the field, playing against Marquette, Purdue, who's been dominant for the first two games and is on pressure to get to the Final Four for the first time since 1980. They'll go up against Gonzaga and Creighton versus Tennessee. So those are your Sweet 16 matchups. If anyone have any thoughts on the upcoming matchups or what you've seen, no, just based on your observation, give us your give us your thoughts, Josh, Armani.
It's March. Anything is possible. That's all I really pretty much could say. Um, like I was telling the guys before we went live, really haven't been watching much basketball the past couple weeks. But even with the tournament, if the game's on, I'll catch it. And just seeing upsets, that's what it's all about. I have no idea who's going to end up winning this entire thing, but just it's a great refreshing break from the NBA. That's one thing I will say because NBA just has not been good the past couple of weeks.
Josh,
I would say, listen, what Armani said, but I'm just go to more detail, man. That kid, I don't know his name. I don't feel bad for not knowing his name. That took out Kentucky with them
oh
10
Jack
threes. I was
Oki,
watching. Yeah, I was
Jack
watching
Oki,
live.
that's him. Yeah,
I'm just like, this is March. This is what March is about.
Yeah.
Unlikely, unsung heroes just come out of nowhere and they eliminate the Goliaths. That's what happens. So I, even though I think UConn is going to win it all because they just look like the best team that I
they just
that
look
I see in
they
college.
just look
Yeah,
dominant, bro. They look
yeah.
dominant.
I think UConn is going to win it all. But I like it's a constant it's constant evidence of the teams that all are here right now. Hit your threes and you play good team defense. So shout out. Let's see. Let's hope that we see some more excitement and less blowouts like it is in the NBA.
Oh, anyways, I think with now with because so basically the prevailing observation of the first two rounds is okay for the top seeds. It's like okay, we come in, play hard, we're gonna win regardless because we're the better team.
Yeah.
But as you go deep into the tournament, like the Sweet 16, Elite Eight, Final Four, this is where coaching comes into play. You know, this is where the top seeded teams. This is where they start. How you say like
Separate
start
themselves.
executing, separate themselves, executing. Becoming that team that's supposed to be favored to win it all. So I think to me, I still like UConn to win it all. I'm going to be intrigued to see how Purdue and Houston does after, especially Houston after that overtime scare they had this past Sunday against Texas A&M. Well, you're gonna get those type of games in the second round anyway.
Yeah.
I'm also intrigued about North Carolina and what they do against Alabama, Arizona, another one who's been had some flameouts in the tournament. They're gonna face up against a good Clemson team, and I'm also intrigued about the Tennessee Creighton matchup. The whole Dalton Connect. He's one of the top
Yo,
scorers in the nation.
he's a hooper.
I
He's a
mean,
hooper.
and Creighton in the last couple of years who have underachieved big time in the tournament,
Mhm.
the early exits. So you got pretty interesting matchups here. Also you have NC State, the only double-digit seeded team remaining in the tournament. Oh, against Marquette. Um, the whole Shaka Smart Marquette team haven't been made out early in who haven't made it far into the tournament.
Mhm.
They lost last year in the second round last year. So also
I really,
they got the
I,
star player back.
I
So
really like the big for NC State. Like,
DJ
the big.
Burns,
Yeah, man.
DJ Burns. I mean
He
they've been on a run since last week in the ACC tournament. So they had to win their way into the tournament. So and I think I think that's gonna be one of my upsets for this round.
Hold
I
on,
think NC State
that guy
gets in.
sounds familiar.
DJ
Oh,
Burns.
everybody's comparing him to Zebo, Zach
Yes,
Randolph.
Yeah.
yes.
I've seen
hmm
it. Yeah,
I watch
like
I watch
a
I
man
watch his
amongst
games.
boys. That's what he look
Yeah,
like. Yeah,
yeah. He's like low center gravity. He's like he doesn't jump high, but he gets buckets.
and footwork.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
footwork and the paint, up fakes, down fakes,
Mhm.
like if so kids out there right now on Twitter, if you don't know who Zach Randolph is, Google him please.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
The Memphis Zebo, he was a problem, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was Zach Reynolds. I'm like, oh shit, he got a son. Oh, excuse me, family show. And then I was like, what? and then he spoke out on it. He said that he used to watch tape of Hakeem. And just so happens that like, a lot of people was comparing him to Zebo based off like, like it was tragic.
Here goes one of our one of our members saying he was trash against the Lakers.
but 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 yeah, nah, good work so far, man. He's been doing his thing, yo. I've seen it.
And the last matchup we got Houston versus Duke. Kind of interesting because this is not the same Duke team as we were accustomed to with
Yeah.
Coach Mike Krzyzewski. Now, new head coach John Shire. This is his
And
second
Houston
year
almost
with the
dropped the
team.
ball
And
against Texas.
That
AM.
team, Houston had a 7-point lead with a minute to go left, and almost like literally almost let the game slip away.
Yeah.
And they came back in overtime and dominated in overtime. So we'll see how that goes. So that's so far what's going on in the men's tournament. As far
I
as the
want.
women's,
Can I say one thing before we
yeah,
move on from the men's?
yeah, go
Man, I'm
on.
sorry, Asian Steph Curry. I'm sorry you couldn't make it
Oh, not
past.
the Nebraska kid.
Bro, I don't know if y'all
Yo.
seen what he was doing this season, but I was like,
Yeah,
is this another one?
yes, he's is he? I think
Amani.
he's
Look,
a sophomore
it
or a
was
junior.
because
Yeah.
I seen his highlight tape and I sent it to Ernest. I said, "Yo, bro, who is this kid?" I said, "We
It's
gotta deal with
another
another one, bro." And then Ernest was like, he said probably some dude at the Lakers going to draft and he's not gonna be able to shoot. I said, you know what? That sounds about right. That sounds about
Shout
right.
out to him, and it's okay, man. It's okay to cry, man. At least you got passion when you lose. I would
Yeah.
rather that than you are when you lose.
Uh,
Unlike some people, you know what I'm saying?
No.
chill. Man, we're gonna get to that, but man's talking about the
Oh,
SpongeBob meme where like he in the
my.
crib and Patrick and SpongeBob is outside having fun.
Not the
You get
Mikal
under the-
Bridges.
Nah,
Not the
Ernest. No,
Mikal
Ernest, I'm
Bridges,
just saying,
bro.
I enjoy a hooper with passion. I just had to shout him out because I saw people was getting on him for crying. So,
Yeah,
you know,
nah, man.
you know what I'm saying?
Here we go with the KD
No,
strain.
No, that's nothing to do with KD. Yo, I'm cool on KD. Like, I'm good. That last episode was the last time we talked about him. That was it.
I got a question for you. Did he quit?
Here we go.
Did
Man,
Hey,
KD
We're
quit?
moving on. We're moving on, man.
Did KD
We're
quit?
moving on. I don't know, man. We're moving on.
Oh
I don't even know who
gosh.
that is. Who's KD?
Kevin Durant.
Oh my god.
Who's KD? That's Cash Dog? You talking Cash
You
Dog?
know
Nah.
what?
Eric, move on to the next topic. Let's go.
All right. So
Shout out to the women's, man. Let's go with Caitlin Clark, man.
speaking of which, as we
Broke another
segue to the
record.
women's tournament, we had the women's tournament that started Wednesday with the play-ins, and then the first round started on Friday and Saturday, and you had Sunday, the second round, and last night another batch of second round games. So South Carolina, top of Royal C, again undefeated, dominating North Carolina on Saturday. As you know, if you haven't seen Malaysia Fulani, that point guard for South Carolina, if you haven't watched her play, I suggest you go on YouTube and watch that play against her in Notre Dame in the Battle Atlantis. Okay, I know you got the whole Caitlin Clarks. I know Juju Watkins, she bowled out last night against Kansas. Marlena from South Carolina, that point guard, she is the truth.
Hooper. Hooper.
Uber truth.
She
Okay.
she she's like that. She's
Okay.
like that.
So they're gonna play. They're gonna be in the Sweet 16 again. They're gonna play against Indiana this weekend. I expect South Carolina to dominate as they should. Okay, on the way to another
Mhm.
Final Four. Um, Oregon State and Notre Dame. That's the second Sweet 16 in that region. Notre Dame coming off a dominate Ole Miss. Also, you had Texas. Texas beating Alabama, and Gonzaga last night beating Utah. So they'll face off in the Sweet 16. Okay. NC State beating Lady Vols this weekend, and it's in the second round. And they will be facing Stanford, who was coming off that Sunday overtime game against Iowa State. So if you have not watched, so we watched that game, and the freshman from Iowa State, she's another one. She's another one. I forget
Audie,
her name. Yes, Odie.
Audie,
Yes,
And I
Audie
yes.
missed
Crooks.
that game because I had to wake up early for work. I woke up at 4 o'clock. I'm
Yeah.
seeing Armani talking about that Iowa State. I'm like, damn, I missed the classic, man.
Yo,
I
Yo,
yeah,
missed
it
the
was.
they were they
classic.
were they
Yeah,
were like
man.
they were throwing haymakers, bucket for bucket, like threes and threes. The the chick from Stanford, who's gonna be in the top lottery in a
I forgot her
I
name.
forgot her
Yeah,
name, but she was
but
balling too.
she had like 40.
Yeah, yeah,
She had like 40, and like, and for this game, it wasn't like something that I told myself I was going to tune into. It was just something something on TV. Just tuned in, and like from a basketball standpoint, like it was a great game. Like I watched the entire fourth quarter, and it was like bucket for bucket. Like it was back and forth, lead changes, tie games. Like it wasn't like bailout fouls. It was big shot after big shot. One team would come down and hit a three. One team would have a defensive stop. Next team they would score. Like it was back and forth. It was really good for the game. And yeah.
yeah.
It was like that.
Kiki Erickson from Stanford dropped 41 that game.
Or yeah.
The women, man, they got the star power, man. I can't. The W is about to
And
be lit for the next
and
couple years for real.
and what we spoke about on our last episode when we was talking about just how the WNBA is in good hands. And I was thinking about like all this talent that we have currently in the in the W I mean excuse me in the tournament right now, just to see all these players like be in the league. And it definitely shows that the game has grown um to be able to compete with the Diana Taurasi, the Asia Wilsons, Sabrina and Ionescu, all these players. So I think it's just really dope just to see like the incoming talent that we got coming in. Obviously, Caitlin Clark, Juju, Artie Crooks. Um, it's about to be fun. It's about to be really fun for the
Mhm.
WNBA. Yeah,
Page two, man. Page buckets,
Paige.
you
Yes,
heard?
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Paige
Yeah,
Beckers. Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of Caitlin Clark, Iowa last night beating West Virginia in a highly contested, like real physical game last night. Even though Iowa won by 10, they gave Iowa a oof. They gave them a brutal region. Not only it was West Virginia in their region, Colorado's in the region, LSU, the team that beat Iowa in last year's title game, and UCLA. So Caitlin Clark, she's gonna have I Iowa's gonna have her hands full. The next game is Colorado. That Colorado team is really good. And even if they get past that in the Elite Eight, guess who's waiting for them? LSU or UCLA. So you think LSU is going to be chomping at the bit? Angel Reese, she's going to be chomping at the bit to get back at Caitlin Clark. So
It feels like everything that she does, like, kind of gets. This is just me speaking. Everything that she does
she
gets taken
gets
out of proportion.
yeah,
Like, cause
yeah.
she,
It's like
cause,
come on
cause,
now.
Shorty on the other team got fouled out. And she way by like arrogance is a part of the game. A lot of our favorite players, and I really thought about this. A lot of our favorite players that we look up to, that we idolize, that we say is the GOAT and stuff like that. You have arrogance. It comes with it. It
I,
comes with it.
I just feel like in women's sports, they never seen it. Like like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because think about like
That's
Maya
fair.
Moore. Think about
Brianna Stewart.
let yeah,
They just
Brianna
hoop.
Stewart. They just hoop.
Mm-hmm.
They show
Yeah.
emotion, but they never show the oh bye bye. They never like taunt each other
Rashness,
type.
the
Yeah, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
toning.
yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. I
So
mean,
I
that's
feel
good
like
for the
this is the
game.
first
That
time they
yeah,
seen it in like a women sport like this.
yeah. It definitely adds
Because
character to the
remember,
game.
Serena got the same thing. Serena was
Yep.
dealing with the
She
same thing
she,
when
she used to break
she's
break records.
yeah, and people would
Yeah.
be like, "Oh my god, like, why are you
She
doing this?"
broke a
But
record, like
Roger
Mm-hmm.
Federer was doing the same thing
breaking.
on the other
Yep.
side, no, nothing. So
Yeah.
it's just when they see it
Yeah.
with
And
women for the first time, I feel like that's why they feel.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it definitely adds character to the game, and bring like just average watchers to the game. You know what I mean? Because like obviously when you think about the NBA, you got all these different personalities and stuff like that. Um, and for now to be in women's basketball, like it adds another layer to why you should watch the game. Like obviously for the entertainment and the drama, but also for the sports portion as well too.
Yeah,
Definitely. So, in the last region, you got Juju Watkins and USC last night beating Kansas in the second round. So they will play Baylor in the regional semis. Juju Watkins, another strong game. She had 29 points. And it's going to be real interesting to see, like, as these teams go further, like the star power in the women's tournament is going to is really going to like shine out. Like because the amount of the amount of talent that's in the women's college basketball scene right now is just shaping up for another renaissance of great women's basketball being uplifted. You
Yeah.
know, if you get what I'm saying. So you got just
they need to
phenom
expand
freshman
the W. They need to expand it.
expand the teams.
Yeah.
Some so the fact that Juju Watkins, a 18-year-old freshman, coming into USC and literally just like reviving that program. It's going to be in the Sweet 16 for the first time since
Yeah. I,
1994,
yeah.
and haven't had this type of relevancy since the days of
Cheryl
Yeah,
Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl
that's
It's
Miller.
been a
a long
long
time
I
time,
ago.
see I seen a post
she's at
about
the
that.
games, she's at the games. Cheryl
Yeah.
Miller.
I seen a
So you
post
know,
about Cheryl Miller and like it was the first time USC made the Sweet 16s. It's like
yes, it's 1994.
yeah,
Hmm.
like Cheryl Miller was I don't know the
She was one of them ones. She
and
was one of
then
them
they
ones.
also mentioned
Yes,
Lisa Leslie as well too. So yeah.
yes. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But I know on the last episode we was talking about like the certain age, the criteria that you have to in order to join the WNBA. Like now, I feel like now I'm starting to see like the disconnect, like having all of this talent, especially for like somebody like Juju Watkins who's only 18. Um, and it's kind of like, all right, we gotta wait for her to get into the league. It's not like, all right, she's hitting her stride, like she's having a great year. Just translate that to the WNBA the following year. Like it's like we're gonna play the waiting game at this point. So kind of see why that kind of sucks in a way. WNBA needs to look at that because there's a lot of great talent, especially in this tournament
But
right now. Go ahead.
now, but at the same time, I kind of get it only because it's like what 12, 14 teams. Really?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
12,
it was 12
12,
teams.
12.
Man, we need to. That's what I'm saying. We need to expand that. Like,
Yeah.
I would love for the rules to change once they get more teams. At least can we get to 20? But
Hmm.
because it's like some of these women need to stay in college because now you're gonna have overlapping roster spots, and you see
Mhm.
like, bro, what was it 2 years ago? I forgot her. I don't know how to pronounce her name. It was the girl. She was dating Kevin Porter Jr.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She was the number one pick, right? She's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even in the league no more.
Yeah.
It's just too
Hmm.
it's too much. And since the rosters are so small, the 12 teams is like we need to expand that so they actually have
Not
space
not a
for
Right.
lot of
people
teams.
in this
Not a
league.
lot of teams. Not enough spots. It's basically
Yeah.
not a lot of teams. Not enough spots.
Yeah.
Hmm. And the last matchup on the on the Sweet 16 docket for the women's, UConn versus Duke. So, as you know, UConn
Go
has been a
UConn.
stable
Let's go
in the
UConn.
women's national championship, winning titles. Gina Oriem has been coaching that team forever. Also, you also on the other side, you got Carol Lawson,
Mm-hmm.
who's been doing a great job at Duke reviving that women's program. So you have, and also they're coming off of being number 2 seed Ohio State in the second round. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see who can knock off South Carolina and who can knock off Iowa to get to the chip. And don't forget about the defending champion LSU and also USC. So you got those 4 teams, and also you got UCLA and Colorado, who I think are the 2 sleepers out of those 16 teams remaining in in that tournament. So I would say y'all really need to, if you have not, please check out the women's tournament because it's been great so far, and it's going to get even better
Do we have
starting
any games
Friday and
on
Saturday.
tonight? Oh no. Oh,
No,
never mind.
no.
Forget it.
They play Fridays. They play Friday and Saturdays. The Sweet 16 for the women's.
Yeah, I'll
For the
definitely
men's
tune in.
is Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
So it's going to be a heavy amount of college basketball this coming weekend. The Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight. And then the following week is the Final Four and the championship. So the tournament is going like this. So please stay tuned and watch as we segue from the madness of March to
The
the
sadness.
madness of the madness or slash sadness in the NBA, depending on what team you follow.
FanDuel, DraftKings, I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of
Man,
y'all.
so,
so many
so
blowouts. So many blowouts, man.
You
Every
know,
day
you
is a
know
nice.
what it
blowout.
is though. I'm like, at the end of the day, and the people who know me, y'all know, I love the game. I love the game of basketball. You know, and sometimes the sports betting thing it kind of like over consumed me. You feel me? So I just want y'all to know I still
Where are
love
we
the
going with
game.
this?
I
Where are we
still
going
love
with
it. I
this?
still love the game.
Where are we going with this?
I still love the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, if you love the game, you're gonna love the playing races that we got going on right now. As the Lakers stay in ninth place,
Like I
have
said,
have created they have created a little separation in between themselves and the Golden State
we
Warriors,
the best
in which
playing team there is.
I mentioned a couple weeks ago on this platform that the Golden State Warriors they were going to get left out of this playing tournament. And look and behold, the Houston Rockets have won 9 straight. They're 10-1
They're
in
10 and
March.
1.
They're 10-1 in March, and they still got to play the Warriors one more time.
I'm
Okay,
Jalen
gonna
Green
be fair.
got a family to feed, and
Jalen
he's
Jalen
feeding that
Green,
family.
He's been on a monster tear this whole month, and even though they lost Alper Shagun for the entire season with an ankle injury, they've been balling. They've been really. Email Doka has changed the culture around. It's about time because they were like falling to the loser love land like the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets and the Washington Wizards. No pun intended. But it's about time that the Houston Rockets they get back into some doing some winning, great culture winning.
Remember, they start off the season pretty good as well
Yeah,
too.
they started the season pretty well, and then they had a January February stretch and won only 10 games combined.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm gonna be
now,
fair with the Rockets.
mhm.
What an easy schedule they've been having. I don't know if
Oh
y'all been
my,
looking at
I
the
I know,
opponents I've been
I
watching.
know.
I'm like, this is a heaven sent schedule for them.
So
Eric,
Utah,
can you pull up the
Utah.
standings?
yeah, I'm gonna pull up the standings. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you who they played during the month of March. So the Rockets they beat the Suns, which I'm gonna talk about them later on. They beat the Rockets. They beat the Blazers. They beat the Kings. They beat the Spurs, Wizards. They beat the Cavaliers by 14.
No
They
Donovan
beat the
Mitchell.
Wizards again. They beat the Bulls. They beat the Utah Jazz. And last night they beat the Portland Trailblazers again. So the only teams that they beat with the winning record during this month, the Phoenix Suns, the Sacramento Kings, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, that's it.
The Cavs with
But
no Donovan Mitchell and Mobley.
we're gonna get into that in a moment also. So
That's an easy
and
schedule. I would love to see that, man.
That was
so
easy.
the rest of the Rockets remaining rest of the schedule for the month. They're at OKC Wednesday, Friday at Utah, home Dallas to close out this month, and then to close out to close out April, they have Minnesota. They play the Warriors at home Miami, Mavericks again, home against the Magic, at Utah, at Portland, and they finish the season against the Clippers. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how they finish the season because they still play the Warriors one more time, even though the Rockets lose out in the tiebreaker because the Warriors won the season series.
Mhm.
That game might is still gonna come down. That playing tournament is gonna come down. That last spot is gonna come down to that game, I believe. And the Warriors, which have been losing home games left and right this month. I mean,
They
losing to the
falling back into their
Pacers,
own patterns, man.
losing. They lost at Golden State. No, they lost at Minnesota on Sunday. They lost to the Pacers at home. Lost to the Knicks at home. Losing to the Lakers at home. No, losing to the Lakers in LA. Losing to the Spurs back. No, they lost. They split against the Spurs. They lost home to the Bulls. Getting blown out by 55 against the Boston Celtics. So
To you,
yeah.
to you, to you Steph lovers out there, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Because I get it. I see it with LeBron, and is fairly noted for him. Like, yo, LeBron, what's going on? Your team shouldn't be in the play-in 3 years in a row. Cool. KD, same shit, right? Oh, sorry.
Family show.
Same stuff, right? But
Same family show.
whenever Steph is in these predicaments, I hear nothing. It's like crickets. Steph, you say, is a top 3 player, top 5, and they're in the last spot of the play-in.
Mhm.
That's unacceptable.
Mhm.
hmm
That's unacceptable to you Steph lovers out there. I don't know if any Steph lovers are watching this. I
But we
don't know
won
if
the
any
championship in 2022. Does that count?
doesn't matter. And even before that, they got eliminated by the baby Grizz in the play-in.
Yep.
Yep.
And not a word. Still, he's still top 5 player.
That was
Like,
before they was whooping that.
and it's just like, come on.
Mhm.
So I'm just calling for us to be fair because we do it to LeBron when it's rightfully so. To get at Braun and KD and Kawhi and all these guys. I'm not saying Steph goes down. He's not top 10 anymore all the time. I'm just saying for right now, why is he not getting any like, yo, Steph, what's going on? You're that guy. Like, why can't you
It's
do
not
this?
it's not part of the Warriors discourse, B.
No.
That's
I
what's
wonder why.
happening. Even with all the changes that they made in the rotation, it's still not. It's still not. Like, hey, I warned people before, like, hey, I'm not sure if they can like stay in this tournament race. Like, nah, we got Steph, Katie, we got Steph, Clay, Draymond. Don't worry, we still got the championship pedigree. Okay, okay,
Ah.
okay. I don't want to hear none of y'all complain about after April 14th about you not making it into the in season in the playing tournament. Speaking of which, last night the Phoenix Suns is another team that I got got problems
Am
with.
I allowed to talk on this subject?
Oh,
Nah,
go
you
ahead.
can, bro. It's an
Join.
open space.
Let me open it for Josh, and then Josh come to the front because I know you loving what you're seeing.
No,
Okay,
because I'm gonna get called a KD hater. So
so
I don't know.
isn't that part of that narrative? Anyway, the Phoenix Suns they've been like yucking it up lately. Last night losing at San Antonio with no Victor
No
Wembanyama,
Wemby. Like,
no Wemby, knowing that they need
you,
wins. They
there was a
need
fan
wins.
that said she flown X amount of miles to see Jeremy Shohan. and they beat the
And guess
Suns.
and guess what? He showed up
He
2016,
showed up,
28
right,
and 16 last night.
and no one beat.
28 and 16. So the Phoenix Suns, they've been struggling big time, especially in the fourth quarters. I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but they're like bottom third in points, shooting field goal percentage, like basically all the offensive categories in the fourth quarter. They're like bottom third.
Which is really wild because they have two. I would say
Eh,
one historically one of the best closers in the game. Period.
mhm.
And you have two of the best shot cre- shot
Shot
creators
creators,
in the league. One of them all time. Come on,
yeah.
come on.
And on top of that, last night's game was the last game they're gonna play against a team that's under 500.
But
They have
honestly,
the
I don't.
toughest. They have the toughest remaining schedule out of all the teams starting that's in the playoff playing race.
But
So,
honestly, though, out of all
mhm,
of this, are we really surprised? I mean, we said this when the trade went happened, when we dissected the trade, their personnel, their roster, and everything. We the writing was on the wall with this team. The fact that they can't score in the fourth is that's different.
It's baffling. It's baffling.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But from the defensive end, like obviously basketball is two parts of the game: one offense, one defense, and we knew this was going to happen, and there was nothing that they could do. They had no wiggle room. They had no leverage to even change that. So it's not surprising at this point. Everybody just on paper, you look at KD, D Book, and Bradley Beal, and you're like, oh wow, you know. But like Josh said, he said that's the great value version of what he had in Brooklyn, what KD had in Brooklyn. I agree.
But like I said, I also stated this in Brooklyn when those guys played. You saw, except for like the first two games when
They had the best
you know
offense of all time.
Colin Sexton was
mhm.
wilding.
Oh yeah, Colin Sexton was sexy, y'all.
Other, other than that, Tom, every time you saw those guys on the floor, they was dominating. They was the first seed.
Yep.
They wasn't struggling to be in the playoffs like this. Here we go, Ernest. Ernest, hurry up, man. Hurry up.
Bro, I
But I
want
want to hear
to.
how.
No, look, bro. Honestly, and here's what's so frustrating about it, man. Like, I ain't worried about GSW. Like, the thing is, it's so frustrating, bro, because like you look at the standings and you see how close we are to 6, and we look at our schedule. Even though we did have a tough schedule, remember we went on that. We beat Milwaukee in a close one, thanks to a Dinwiddie block. Then we beat the Timberwolves, a T-Wolf team that did not have Gobert and Cat. Um and then I'm trying to think, there was another team that we beat. We tried to go on a 3-game win streak, but we lost to the Sacramento Kings. And in a game that we just showed no effort in. And it's like you hear Braun talk about wanting to make the play. All right, bro, let's make it. Let's make it. Like
Stop
not
taking the games off, man.
not
Yeah.
playing, bro. Like we
they beat
like I
the
said, like my name says, we the best playing team there is, bro. Every time we try to get into the playoffs since 2021, we've been in the play-in. That's crazy. That's
man.
not crazy to y'all. We got Braun and AD on the team, and we fight for a playoff spot. We here talking about the playoffs, play in.
You had to play extra
Playoffs?
games. You have to play extra games to get into the
And just
play-in,
to get
to get
like,
into the
like,
playoffs.
and then we already played extra games this season because we was in the end season tournament.
Just
So,
one. It's just one.
But
Let's
still,
not
one.
be
This
dramatic.
yeah,
one.
no,
This
like
is one.
whatever. But still, though,
All right, so the Lakers, they're on a 3-game win streak. They beat the Hawks, the Sixers, and the Pacers last night. So
can I talk about that for a second? We gave up 145 points in
to the Pacers.
regulation
To the
to the
Pacers.
Pacers.
It's the
So,
Indiana Pacers.
so
It's the
I don't.
Indiana Pacers.
No, Eric, I get you. I hear you, and
Hmm.
I just want to say, like, I don't think y'all follow the Lakers page on IG, and that's fair. Like, y'all fans of y'all respective teams and everything. I commented under the post. I said, I said,
Where's this going?
no, listen to me. I said, that giving up 145 points is crazy. Everybody's like, their name is the Pacers. This is the today's league. We gave a I heard this one that was even better. We're giving up 150 is worse. We gave up 145 points in regulation. That that's not mind blowing. That's not. Or maybe I'm bugging based off how the league is now. But
Nah, you're
that
about. I mean, no. It's them. They wilding. That's
145 point in
145 is still not
regulation.
regular. That's still not
That's
regular.
not regular, bro.
That's true. Yeah,
That's
that's
not
true.
regular. Come on, man. But what I'm saying is that post got like my phone is constantly blowing up because people are still replying to me. I haven't replied back to nobody because I'm just like, I said what I said, and it is what it is. But giving up 145 points in the regulation, I don't care if they're the Pacers. I don't care if they have the best bench in the league statistically, and if they have the number one offense statistically in the league. But giving up 145 in regulation is crazy. Remember when All-Star games back in the mid 2000s used to go up to like 145, 150? And we was like, yo, they scored 150? Like, that's fire. Now that's regular.
Now he's going 200.
That's scored 200.
200.
Dame shooting full court threes. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here, man? But Eric, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Lakers on a 3-game win streak. They're currently in ninth place at 39 and 32. They only trail the Suns by 2.5, and they trail both the Kings and the Mavericks by three games for the number 6 seed. Which brings me to the question of the Mavs and Kings. They play 2 games this week, tonight and Thursday, against each other in Sacramento. Two big games. And yes, I think the Mavs have the tiebreaker already because they won those 2 games first. So for the actually I think it's the Kings. I think it's the Kings who have the 2-0 lead or the Mavs. I gotta look it up. But I think the Kings have a 2-0 lead against the Mavericks in the season series. These 2 games are very, very important for in terms of staying out of the playing race. And don't look now, but they only trailed the Clippers by 2. They only trailed the Clippers and the Pelicans by 2 games for the number 4 seed. So we're gonna have to start having a discussion about those Clippers.
Yeah, it's just weird what's going on in Clipper Land.
Especially,
I don't know what happened.
Because I was just saying that the last time we saw the Clippers mentioned here, they had one of the best records in the league since the trade for James Harden. After All-Star break, they've gone 10 and 12 since then. They're 1 and 8 versus teams over 500. And Kawhi and Paul George have been in and out due to injury.
Here we
in
go.
the lineup.
Here we go.
You see?
Here we go.
So now, if the Clippers don't shape up, not only they're gonna not only they're in danger of losing out home court in the first round, they might be losing out on getting an division in the top 6 overall. So, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say, things are not going right when supposedly these reports coming out that James Harden starts acting up. I don't know if y'all saw that on Twitter that James Harden already left the locker room before the media was even in there. So it was just like when you start to see stuff like that, just know trouble's on the rise. I don't know what is going on because James Harden just
He's not happy.
I guess he's still soft, but I guess he has a good knack for before anything gets out there. I'm gone. I'm disconnected. I'm ready. I'm good with anything that's going on right here, and I just feel that something is going on that we don't know. And Ty Lue's calling out the team in every press conference after. It's just like, what is happening? We don't know. Did they? I don't know if it's the Kawhi and PG all of a sudden now their bodies are starting to break down because they thought they could play these back-to-backs early in the year. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's anything personality-wise. I don't know if it's extension for Harden. I don't know. Harden, he feel away like, y'all promised me money. I didn't get my money. And it's just like, we don't know what it is.
Right.
We don't know what it is. So it's interesting to see what's going on because it's a lot that it's just you should see a sense of stuff kind of turning in a bad way for them.
Mm-hmm.
With the injuries, with the personality of James Harden, and with Ty Lue calling out the team, that's just a mix of, whoa, what's going on? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And Russell Westbrook just got back from injury.
See what happens when Westbrook is gone for too long? He's keeping everybody together. Right. He's keeping everybody together, man.
Right.
And as we're talking about Clippers, we got Ernest here.
My dog.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good, bro.
We're good. All right, we're talking about the Western Conference playoff race.
Oh, you're talking about the two frauds in the state of California. Those teams, those guys.
The Kings and Clippers.
Because
Clippers.
Clipper fans were running laps all winter. Now they're crashing out after losing to the injured. What was that team? Oh, the injured Sixers that we beat, and then there was another team that we beat that they couldn't beat last night. Oh, yeah, the Indiana
Pacers.
That team, yeah. And then the Warriors. The Warriors. I mean, I told y'all from the beginning of the season that the Warriors were going to be ASS all year, and we see it come to fruition right now. So I'm relatively happy with what I'm seeing. The Lakers right now, we're on a 6-game road trip starting tonight against Milwaukee, and we're gonna go 4-2 in this trip, 5-1 at best. LeBron's not playing tonight, so Milwaukee's suspect. We beat them without LeBron last time.
Yep.
And we have a good chance to end up in a certain seeding that no one foresaw by the end of this road trip. But we'll see what happens. I have a feeling the Lakers might be in play for that 6th seed coming after this road trip. But we'll see.
Make it happen, man.
We'll see. I mean, it's a relatively easy schedule. We got
Brooklyn.
We got Milwaukee tonight. Yeah, I'll be at that game. We got Milwaukee tonight. Yes,
yeah, Sunday
31st.
Yo, why they playing Brooklyn? Y'all never play Brooklyn this late. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy? We spoke about this.
I've been out of tune with Brooklyn talk for like Brooklyn basketball since November. So I don't know what I haven't. That's the only NBA I'm not watching no Brooklyn Nets game. So
yeah,
I'm shocked when you said that. So.
We got Milwaukee tonight, and then tomorrow off of second half back to back in Memphis. Then after Memphis, it's I think Toronto. After Toronto, it's like the Wizards or no. Sorry, it's Milwaukee, Memphis, Indiana, Toronto, Brooklyn, and Washington, something like that. That's the 6-game road trip.
So the road trip is at Milwaukee tonight, Memphis tomorrow, Indiana Friday, Sunday Lakers.
Huh?
And then
Sunday Lakers.
No, Sunday Nets. That's what I meant.
Okay,
yeah. Tuesday Raptors. Next Tuesday Raptors. Next Wednesday Wizards. So y'all should really
Yeah, we can run the table on this and go.
And you said 4-2. That should be 6-0.
I mean, relatively, yes. That's what you want to get. Yes. But I'm content with 4-2 on the road trip.
Are these Laker fans we talking to, Eric? Content. They never been content in their lives since Jerry Buss ran the team.
Here we go.
Here we go with this.
Here we go. Y'all the gold standard, right?
We have our fair share of struggles because right now we're struggling to get into a permanent playoff position.
Yeah,
look at y'all struggling to get in the play-in. Come on, y'all. I thought you're better.
Maybe
exactly. We're struggling.
I thought you were the franchise.
If you got her to MVP like Brunson, y'all wouldn't be struggling.
You stupid.
The switch up is crazy, bro.
You know what's wild? At least our best player isn't begging to join the crosstown rifle. But anywho,
who's the best player?
Your best player.
No, you're heavily mistaken.
Your best
that player. Best player is Cam Thomas.
And that guy's also leaving the Nets. But we'll get to that at another time.
Yeah. Yo, what was that? What was that Y'all
Yo,
saw
I
this?
just see that. Yeah. What is that? What's going on? Who messing with the screen?
But no. As far as what's so like fascinating about this Clipper phenomenon is that Russell Westbrook was out for 3 weeks and they completely lost who they were as human beings. They didn't know. They don't know their identity. They don't know who they identify with. They don't know if they want to be basketball players
He kept them
anymore.
all together, which is crazy.
They don't know, like, at this point of the season, that you don't know what type of team you have. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. So the fact that when Russ went out and they just let go of the rope tells me everything I need to know about this team. This won't be the team next season, I would assume, but it is a struggle. And what's crazy is they're playing a dangerous game because they're fighting for, right now, at least 4 or 5. They're at the 5th seed now, and they continue to have this precipitous drop. They will find themselves in a playing game. They're only 2 up.
Yeah, we mentioned that before.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So
they 2 games up on the Kings and the Mavericks for 7th.
right, and it's gonna get a little dicey if things start to snowball for them. The Warriors, personally, I don't believe in like tanking. I don't like that concept. But for where they are right now,
You think I'm gonna let you continue, but you think they're gonna do what the Mavs did last year?
why not?
Yeah.
They're not doing anything in the
Yeah.
let alone get out the play-in. Like, they're not going to do anything in the play. They're going to get swept. Doesn't matter who I don't care who they match up with. They're getting swept. So
Well,
Steph
they
will get
can't
you
draft.
1 game. Well, that's the whole point. They're gonna have to trade that draft pick because they clearly can't draft. You know what I'm saying? So I just think at this point it would be best for them to, and I hate to say that, but like missing the postseason for them won't be so bad in hindsight. Like, you're not going to do anything now to change that trajectory for you guys. You guys are not going to contend for anything right now. You have to win. Like, their attempts, they have to win out to get in. So, all right, you play the Lakers, you beat the Lakers, then you're seeing Mavs or Suns or Kings. You're not beating any of those 3 teams to get into the playoffs. So,
It could be.
it
could be different.
In a 1-game scenario, I don't know, because they're small. That's their issue. They're just too small.
Yeah.
I trust the Warriors in the 4th more than the Suns. So.
Right, but here's the issue. By the time we get to the 4th, what's the score? Because you can't trust Golden State's offense all game. You can't. Exactly.
I don't know. It's a double-edged sword because I don't know.
No,
I don't
it
trust
is.
the Suns at all.
But I'm just saying, in a 1-game scenario, like I'm gonna roll the dice with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal versus Steph, and then all right, you got Steph and the boys. Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are not what they used to be. So I just think it's too much of an uphill battle for them to get in. And then if they do get in, you're probably going to play the Nuggets because you're going to be the 8th seed. You'll probably play the Nuggets in the first round, and you're going to get dominated. So, it's looking dark for them.
That's tough.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And their roster is dumb expensive. So
yeah, their roster is expensive. Steve Kerr is even keeping like actions. With certain teams, actions speak louder to me than words. If they're fighting for a play-in spot or at least to secure a spot, you have to make sure Steph Curry is being maximized. Cutting his minutes down, yes, 2 minutes ain't gonna make a difference, but you got to look at the game tape and see the moment he was out the game from when the team was made the run.
Yep.
You could have made a decision to put him back in the game to at least stop the bleeding or to figure out something. So the issue is that their actions are speaking as if, yeah, we ain't really finna do much. We're cutting down Steph and we're keeping her at this cap. Like, Steph Curry is 34 plus. There's no time to be. I'm cutting my minutes down because
40. He pushed.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like their actions to me are speaking a lot louder than everyone's like really looking at. Like I personally think the Warriors are just maybe thinking of hanging it up. That's just what it's going to be.
Very interesting. Interesting times here out there in San Francisco. So we talked about the bottom half of the West play-in, the top half of the West play-in, the 4, 5, 6 in the Western Conference. The top 3: Nuggets, Thunder, T-Wolves. I think right now the Nuggets are the clear-cut favorite to get that 1 seed, and if they do that, I think they're the odds-on favorite to get back.
That's good.
I think they're the odds-on favorite to get back.
You feel away, Ernest?
Huh?
Feel away, Armani? I see y'all faces, man.
No. This is actually according to plan. This is all fine. This is all great.
According to plan.
You're not that. I don't know what the anime is, but someone got the purple glasses.
It's all great. It's all great.
Yeah.
Because I personally I anticipate we're gonna after this road trip. After the road trip, like we'll solidify it. But right now, I'm predicting we get 7. We get 7. We get OKC in the first round. That's what I want.
Well, you still got to play the play-in.
Yeah, we're gonna get 7. We're gonna get 8 or 7. Doesn't matter. We're gonna get 8 or 7. We're getting out the 9th. We're gonna get 8 or 7, and then we'll win the 8 or 7 game.
And then the Thunder in the first round.
And then
Lakers in 6. Lakers in 5.
5.
Lakers in 5.
5, and then we'll play the winner of
the T-Wolves versus the Kings. That's your 3-6
matchup.
matchup.
Yeah, it's a 3-6 matchup. So T-Wolves versus Kings. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's a nice. I'm not gonna lie. I would like that series.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good series. It'll be a great series. Honestly,
if we play the Kings, that's gonna drive me crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna,
bro. Because I don't know if y'all watched that game, that last game we played the Kings.
Yep.
Yo, somebody was ringing a cowbell the entire game.
That's what they do out there.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
You know, Armani, the biggest caveat. I take a lot from those games, but I also take it with a grain of salt because it's 2 things. Yes, De'Aaron Fox averages 35 against us. He has a field day against our 2
He didn't
guards.
even go off last time when we played. It was Sabonis and Barnes and Monk and Murray.
Right. The caveat that we were missing in all the games this year against Sacramento was Jared Vanderbilt. We didn't have our point of attack defender. Josh, you can make the face all you want. I don't care. what he does for us actually matters in these situations. Ask Steph Curry from last season in the playoffs.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
The tape is there. The tape is there. So I would like to see Sacramento. I think AD will be a lot more locked in. This is not Jokic. And you know this if that happens to be a series, this playoffs, it's going to say a lot about Anthony Davis because he has to be the one to take us over top in that series, which you know we'll see. But yeah, man, and then you know evidently I'm hoping when we get to the Western Conference Finals again, I'm being very delusional, guys. So please bear with me. You know we'll see the Nuggets again in toss up. We're calling a toss up.
Listen, I'm all for being delusional for your team. That's what your team is there for. But
I know,
man.
I know, man. I gotta have some faith. Listen,
this is
realistically though, like I'm being super honest. Realistically, I think we wind up with the 8th seed. And we play Denver in the first round. And it is what's gonna be. So
oh man.
That's actually
No,
what
that's
I
worse.
really
That's
like.
worse. You're right. Go for that 7th because going against Denver in the first round is not something you want to do
At all, bro.
That's embarrassing to LeBron, to AD, to the Lakers. Let's not do that.
Because dead serious, we're gonna
Might get swept again.
Yeah,
Oof.
ain't no Mike. No,
Ugly.
ain't no Mike.
It's gonna be real ugly.
Ain't no
Woo.
Mike. We may get one game, like one. I think we could get one, but as it stands right now, man, my gut tells me we're gonna wind up with the 8th seed, which is I need OKC to pick it up, man.
I need Shay to go crazy.
Yo, for real, son.
Him and Jake Will. They gotta go crazy.
I need him to go.
If Cat was still healthy, I think the Timberwolves will finish first.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that for sure.
You can definitely see that. It's
I think
helping them out.
And what's crazy, I think teams are like vying for position because a lot of teams they're gonna want Minnesota in the first round because Cat not gonna be ready until maybe the second round. So yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah.
All right, so we talked about the Western Conference. Let's shift over to the East.
You know what
I'm starting at the bottom first. So bottom of the play-in, I think it's a foregone conclusion that the Hawks and Bulls are going to face each other in a 9-10 game.
Oh.
Yeah. So we could like pencil them in the
like last year, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but 8, 7, and 6 have been real interesting because you got 3 teams: the Sixers, the Heat, and Pacers. All been jockeying for position all year long for the last playoff spot. Pacers, they've been up and down, and Halliburton has been ice cold since All-Star break. The 76ers, they're still without Joel Embiid.
Fraud.
Jeez. They're still without Joel Embiid. They're telling us that he's trying to come back by at least the end of this regular season to ramp up a couple of games, see if he's good to go for in time for after the season, the play-in, the playoffs. So it's still a big question mark about Joel Embiid and his health. It always has been for the last how many years. So we'll see how the Sixers do.
That's the real street clothes for everybody. If that's the real street clothes. Yeah. Not Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid is the real street clothes.
And the Miami Heat. Typical, they've been up and down, fluctuating the standings. They haven't had their full roster yet.
And what's pissing me off about the Heat tonight, all of a sudden now,
Jimmy Butler out.
They're playing against the Warriors, and these guys are not playing. Like, all right, I see what y'all doing over there, Miami. Y'all still holding grudges, but it's all good. It's all good.
So they haven't had their full roster healthy all year, but yet they still, as they say, they're lingering in danger as one of those danger teams in the East. I believe when I see it again.
Wait, whoa, hold on! You're not just going to like act like they wasn't in the finals last year.
Yeah, they were in the finals last year,
and they got through your team. Your team.
I know
that bench mob got through your team.
Yeah,
bro.
because they had a bench and we didn't. So
okay.
That's
That's the reason.
Yeah,
that's
the
reason.
Yeah.
Josh, you see it, Josh.
I saw it all last year.
It wasn't RJ Barrett's fault.
That's why he got traded.
Wait. Come on. We not just go blame RJ like your boy who got the talkative mouth now. All of a sudden, Josh Hart wasn't scared to shoot threes out there. I saw him breaking every three, scared every time. He's like, Brunson, I don't want it.
And we also
it was everybody except for Brunson.
We also gonna act like y'all wasn't defacing a certain poster outside of Madison Square Garden for a certain player. What was that name? Oh, Julius Randle. Who y'all blamed him again, right? I'm just saying. Let's not act like y'all
rightfully
just
so.
That's
what's
crazy.
going on? No. This is nasty,
anyway. See, like this low hanging fruit. Anyway. So, and we got a battle for the third spot in the East, as we got the Cavaliers, Knicks, and Magic all within a game and a half of each other for third.
Magic is
So
not a tough.
Can we talk about? So one of my
Magic gonna be a
coworkers,
tough out, man.
he's a Magic fan, and he feels that he watches the show. He feels like we don't do the Magic justice.
Well, hold,
We don't talk about the Magic.
We
For
don't.
what? For what?
Okay. Ernest. Let's be fair.
You heard
Let's be fair.
Eric. You heard what Eric just said.
What's his name?
Jamal.
Jamal.
Not Big C. No, we're not doing this.
No.
We're not doing this.
I'm sorry that we haven't gave Magic any proper stuff, but it's no drama with the team. It's no, y'all actually a good, consistent team, a good young team that's coming up. So we're sorry. Apologize on the behalf of Swoosh Hoops Nation. We apologize.
I'm not apologizing
And
for nothing.
actually, I want to say Paolo is probably one of the least talked about first overall picks ever that we ever seen.
I agree.
Because that man, and I got a real nasty take about him. Because a lot of people gonna be mad at what I say about him. But
What
Just
no,
say it.
what are you gonna say?
What are you gonna say?
I was because that boy moved like he fake moved like Ron, man. Not to the ferociousness.
I did see it. I did.
Not
I did
to the
see that.
ferociousness. Like
No,
he
no,
moved like the
I-
older version of Braun. Like it's just like, yo, like
You mean like the younger version?
no,
No,
like
they
he
said
moved
that,
like,
version.
Like
the
old man
older,
Braun. Yeah.
Oh,
he
okay.
moves like old man Braun
Yeah,
already. It's just like
yeah. Like
I'm not
like the,
Ernest. Come on.
the dribble is not like
The dribble's
is-
not there.
The
yeah.
dribble and then the spin, the half spin shots. It was like,
Yeah,
yo,
it-
it looks
it-
like him. I'm like, yo,
it's not fluid. It's like I can't explain it.
he watches a lot of Braun tape, bro. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Ernest.
And
It's
I'm
not-
also just saying this as well too, because I don't think I ever like said this, but I found it kind of crazy that I think a couple weeks ago the Orlando Magic had a national televised game against the Thunder, and the only reason they had that national televised game was because Shaq jersey retirement for the Orlando Magic. I thought that was crazy.
And that's like their first national televised
Yeah.
game in like 2
Yes,
years. It's like,
yes, exactly.
what are we doing? What are we doing? We have
Haven't
Utah
been good.
Jazz in the last 2 years getting national televised games out the woos.
Yeah,
I can't say I was gonna say something else. I had to switch it up. But
family show.
I'm just
So
saying.
we talking about a franchise that retired a player's jersey that never won a championship for them. Like, what? Like, come on. Like,
What are you talking about? What's wrong?
like the Magic are good, feel good story, and that's it. That's it.
They're
they're
gonna take the
good.
Knicks to 6. They're gonna take the Knicks to
Congratulations.
6.
They're going to be a tough
That's
out.
fine.
Yes.
That's
They're-
fine,
they're-
yeah.
They're a good team, but come on, it's the Magic. It's the Magic. There's
Don't do
nothing
that.
respectable about that franchise. I'm sorry.
Man, y'all acting too Hollywood.
Dwight
bro.
No.
Howard, Penny Hardaway.
No, they're not acting too. I mean,
Last time I checked,
They-
Ernest, they got a Hollywood in Florida too.
I mean, Bollywood. I mean, like if this guy so called, see, I don't like why y'all doing this with Paulo? Like that's not even fair to compare him to. Oh, stop!
That's what
No,
the
I'm
streets
just
are saying.
No, I don't
just
care what the
moves.
streets is saying.
I'm not saying he's like Braun. I'm saying
That's what the streets are
his
saying.
movements, like he looked like he studied Braun tape, like you know what I'm saying? Just like Devin Booker may look like certain moves look like Kobe, but we know he's not Kobe. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Yeah.
He's not even close. But
Exactly. But I'm saying
yeah.
he takes some of those moves, just like Kyrie takes some of those moves, and you be like, oh, that look kind of familiar. That's what I'm
Paulo to
saying.
me plays more like Melo than LeBron.
I think he's a mix of both.
I don't know about that.
You could tell those
LeBron-
are the two guys he studied because he said he'd be training with KD, but I don't see nothing that look like anything KD. You can't.
I don't see nothing.
He trained with KD all offseason.
Yo, that like you making me into the ultimate KD defender. Like, stop, bro. Stop.
But that's
Here
not
we
coming
go.
at KD. But that's
Let
not coming
it
at KD.
go.
Here we
Let
go.
it go.
Here
Let
we
it
go.
go.
But that
Let
was
it
this
go.
at KD though.
Let
That
it go,
wasn't.
man.
Here
I
we
was
go.
just saying, Like I know how KD move. Like I don't see that from Paolo. I see like
KD
more.
move?
Huh? Nah, this
does
sound
KD
no
move?
Diddy. No Diddy. This sound crazy. No Diddy, bro. Yeah, that's how.
Yo. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh man. Yo. Anyway.
oh my gosh.
Compare him to I don't know. I feel like to me that's a reach. I watch. I don't watch Paolo's games. Like when the Magic are on, I do watch them, but because they're like honestly the player that like garners my interest is actually Jalen Suggs. It's not even like, and no disrespect to Apollo and Franz and all that, but like Jalen Suggs to me, because he plays with so much ferocity and energy. You know, and that to me, like he's kind of like the engine that kind of makes them go. So, but I just Orlando's a feel good. They remind me of like you know, what are those feel good story teams from like a couple of seasons ago? Whatever it could be, like the Kings or you know
The Hawks.
the Hawks or one of those like that's what
You mean
what this
the
is.
Hawks team that made the ECF?
And
There's
have
a lot.
done nothing
Oh
since.
yeah,
And they have done nothing
right.
since.
There was a lot of factors
That
Yeah.
in that
see,
run.
Joel Embiid,
I don't mean to shift
Ben
off into
Simmons.
this. So how come we have that energy for the Hawks, but we don't have that same energy for the Mavs? Because they did the same thing. Went to the WCF. They haven't done nothing. They've been lucky, but everybody be like, oh, look at this Luka.
No,
I feel like
don't.
that's unfair.
I don't. For
know what I
me,
mean?
the boogeyman coming. So I want them to struggle.
Who the boogeyman? I know who the boogeyman is. Well, let's not talk about that.
Oh my God!
You gave me the alley. You gave me the alley. I had to finish. You gave me the alley. I had to finish.
Damn, son.
Yo, leave him alone, bro.
Who's the boogeyman then?
Let it go.
Leave him alone, bro. He just celebrated his birthday a couple days ago.
I forgive
Leave him
KD.
alone.
I don't forgive the boogeyman. So
That is crazy.
Leave him alone, man. He just celebrated his birthday. Congratulations on your new shoe deal with Anta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, congrats on getting a free personal chef that everybody seems to care about.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, everybody felt the need to send it to me. Every group chat I was in, every friend that watches sports.
Because it shows that a franchise that cares
Oh.
about its star player, you see what the production you get on the floor. Obviously, the Nets didn't do that.
Kyrie performed way better in Brooklyn than in Dallas.
I mean,
So I don't know what you're talking about. So that means he was
That is
probably
true.
getting
That is true.
great
Like, how we-
service there.
I like the fact that how we go from the Orlando Magic to Kevin Durant.
No,
Like,
Kyrie,
yo,
because, man.
I don't know how we got here. I don't know. My fault.
When I said boogeyman, he
It was
I don't know,
alley.
he got
That was a
triggered. He got
no-look
triggered.
pass.
He clearly got triggered.
You hit the magic. You hit me with the. I had to finish the fast break.
So
Sorry, man.
I want the Mavs to struggle, and I want to get loud because I was saying the boogeyman, that Laker team they're going to be hunting. They're going to be star hunting this offseason and next. LeBron does. I know that for sure. So if there's a way to get one of them two, they're going to try. So obviously the more they struggle, you know, there's more possibility there. So I'm just saying that, but like you're right, the Mavs don't get enough flack nationally about their shortcomings, their transgressions, right? No puffy. So it's
no Diddy.
So
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, no brother love, but you know, you just gotta look at the landscape of it. Like I think the reason why the Mavs don't get enough of that flack is because it's where they are. They're in the Western Conference, and you got so many juggernauts. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying this is probably what it is. You have so many like the media is so focused on what LeBron does in the Lakers, what Steph and the Warriors do, what KD and the Suns do, Jokic and the Nuggets, like Clippers. Like you got 5 teams that are harboring the national coverage, while Luka just gets to skate on by every year.
It's crazy to me. I never saw a superstar top 5 player like this get
Yeah.
passes.
But yeah, back to the Eastern Conference. The Magic are a feel good story, and they'll listen. It'll be good to see them in the playoffs, but they ain't getting past the first round.
That's the first round matchup. Is Knicks Magic, right?
Yeah, that's it right now.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Uh-huh.
Knicks will win that in 6.
I would rather that than
Five.
the Cavs.
I'm actually leaning 5. If the Knicks match up if the Cavs match up with the Magic, I don't know.
That's
I can
also
see the
Magic
Magic
win that
winning
one.
that. Yeah,
I think the Magic. I think the Magic
If
can win that.
Donovan Mitchell's playing, I don't think the Magic win.
But that like that's the thing. Like it's like the Knicks. The Knicks. It's a gritty team. They're going to play hard no matter what, and I think that's what prevails them past the Magic and that that inexperience that they have.
I feel like
versus,
the Cavs could just walk into that series thinking that they can, just based off what they got, they could just pass the Magic. But nah, the Magic is hungry.
Like they don't
we
have
didn't expect them to be there.
They don't have really no one that can guard Paolo, like a defender that can do that.
Yeah.
If Julius Randle is back and the OG is back, the Knicks have those guys that can throw at Paolo throughout the series and make it really tough for him. So that's why I think the Magic would match up better with the Cavs, because the Cavs don't play that.
Small.
I mean,
they're just small.
yeah, they're
Even
small.
even with those two big men, with Mobley
and them
Jared
Brights
Allen.
is light. Them Brights is light. Remember having last year.
Them lights are real bright.
We could forgive Jared Allen for that one because he
No.
came back.
No, we can't.
No,
we cannot.
No.
What you play for, bro?
No, he's
what
not.
you play for?
No, he's not.
He's ready this time.
No, he's not.
Well, we'll see.
All right, so like if Cam Thomas were to get to the playoffs and he stinks it up, and he said, "Yo, the lights are too bright for me," you're gonna be like, "Oh, he'll be all right next time." Next time.
No, I'm gonna be mad. But then if I see him come out next season playing better than ever, yo, you got it, man. You ready now?
Right, but you're gonna have to do that in the playoffs.
Exactly. Exhibit A. Do you think Laker fans have took their foot off of D'Angelo Russell's neck yet? No, I don't care how good he's playing throughout the season. He's having a career year this year. Yeah. I don't give a damn what ice in my veins do.
Career year.
He's having a career year this year.
Yeah,
look at the numbers.
He just passed the record for most threes in a single season in Lakers history.
He's shooting the highest he's ever shot from 3-point range ever in his career. He's talking about his Brooklyn tenure. Okay, whatever. But he's shooting the highest he's ever shot from the free throw line and from the field goal range. So at the end of the day, he's having a career year this year, right? He's averaged the most points since post All-Star break ever in his career right now. And I don't care what he's doing right now. Am I appreciative? Absolutely, because he is part of the engine that makes us go. But I don't give a damn what he does.
I just need to translate to the playoffs.
Exactly. Yep. And if he does, and again, I don't care what he does this season. It all matters when we need to win 16.
Yep.
When we need to win 16 games. No, I'm talking about 16 games. I know how many chips we got, bro. But
I'm just saying. I wasn't talking about that. I'm just saying there's a difference with y'all. There's a difference with what the Cavaliers expect and what the Lakers expect. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about the player itself, though. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not giving you a pass for something that you couldn't do when it was your responsibility to show up. Mm-hmm. Until I see it. I'm not going to be like, well, he's playing well, so it should translate. And then what if it doesn't translate? It's the James Harden effect. You don't give him a pass at all.
Are we giving Jared Allen a pass? No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Because I feel like it was more Mobley than him, to be honest.
It was both of them. It was both of them. And Mitchell Robinson, who hasn't even come back to play yet, dominated both of them.
NFL news, breaking news. The Minnesota Vikings just picked up Kyler Murray.
Wow.
What?
They just traded for Kyler Murray. What in the world? I'm a Vikings fan, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah.
What?
Kyler Murray.
You're
I
lying.
kind of like it, but I don't know. All right, I gotta after the show. I'll deep dive, but I don't
You're
know.
lying.
Hmm.
You're lying.
Interesting.
I just saw it on SportsCenter.
Nah, bro.
Is that a real trade or not?
I just saw it on SportsCenter. Unless
Yeah,
it was
it was probably one of those mock draft trades.
okay.
Yeah, it was a mock draft trade. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tannenbaum. The only thing I looked up when I saw it was Vikings. I was like, hold on, because we wanted to draft JJ McCarthy, but we're trying to trade for get him. But anyway, yeah.
So that third spot is up for grabs.
Yeah.
So the Cavaliers have been struggling. They lost 6 of the last 8. They won last night against the Hornets. They played. I think they played tomorrow night against the Hornets, same at home. So they're gonna try to at least fight the Knicks off in the match for that third seed, because I think that's the most. I think the 3 seed is the most important seed, because you want to avoid Boston until the conference finals.
I honestly,
but
do you want to avoid Boston?
Like, do you? Boston
after last night,
Boston don't fear a soul. I'm telling you right now.
I don't fear them. But it's like
both the top 2 teams in the East can be beat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we've seen it before.
That's true.
Boston made Austin Reeves look. Listen, man, they made Austin Reeves look like Larry Bird.
All right. That's what
we said playmaker. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, playmaker. Stall him out. Stall him out. I'm just saying, man. Like they made DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray walked them down from down 30 last night.
Down
he
30.
Walked them down. Like it's like that. Championship caliber teams don't do that, bro.
Yeah, and I think they just with the way they like sitting people, they send like Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Tatum. They like have a clock schedule for like, all right, you're sitting this game. All right, you're sitting. It's like, bro, you don't got this in the bag yet. You still got to take this serious.
Well, they got the 1 seat lock, so yeah, they clinch everything. But here's the thing: I still don't trust the Celtics, and I still don't trust the Bucks. So I think the East is wide open again.
It is wide open, and I think
it's wide open.
I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Yeah, I know.
I think the Knicks are the most reliable team.
If they're all healthy, they can't. Listen.
Yeah, that's
Randall. They got to get Randall back, and I don't know.
Randall. They're talking about the start of playoffs. He's going to come back, which is like I don't know.
In middle of March.
I don't like that.
No, he's been out since January. He's been out since late January with that.
No, I'm saying he's supposed to be back in the middle of March, right? That was the original report.
That was the original.
That was original, but they say that they're concerned about injuring it again and being dislocated again. So
I don't like that reporting.
Yeah, I don't like
that.
Right.
That's still lingering.
Yep. Yeah,
still lingering.
He's still hurt.
Even though he's been out on the court before a game, like working out, putting up shots and
then OG, he came back from the elbow injury and then he re-aggravated the same elbow.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on.
It says irritation after the surgery. So
I said this about OG when you traded for him. Y'all said. Now I was just saying the downside about the OG trade is OG is not a healthy player. I had never seen him play a healthy season other than 2019 when it was in the finals. That was it.
Wasn't that big either.
Well, he
had a big role, he been hurt, hip, knee, whatever it is.
And what's crazy is adding Bogdanovich helps, but it only helps when those other 2 guys are healthy because it slots him in the right role with position. Right now, he's like lately he's been struggling, but like on paper, him and DiVincenzo are your second best scorers, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, that's
I know, yeah. Well, and then the emergence of Deuce McBride, we'll see about that. So,
but here's the thing. Here's the issue with Deuce, and I think Deuce is a good player.
The scouting
in the playoffs,
the scouting
he's
is to be
too
scouted
small.
out.
Yeah, he's too small.
Yeah,
He's too small. And in the playoffs, they're gonna try to, you
they're gonna hunt him.
you got 7 games to figure this, to figure it all out. So ooh.
Well, then again, also Mitchell Robinson, they're saying he's close to coming back. So,
But you need another but you need another scorer back. Like you don't need another big. Hartenstein and Achua have been kind of holding it down as of late. You know what I'm saying? So, it's great to have Mitchell back, of course, but the best offensive rebound in the game. It gives you more possessions, but at the end of the day, you need another guy that's gonna help Brunson out, man. Because then y'all gonna flame out the same way y'all did last year. Brunson averaging 30, and everyone else averaging 15
or less.
That's just
and this is where OG and Randall must come back.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. And then the Bucks Celtics, they're clearly going to be the 1 and 2 seats in the East. So both of these teams have flaws. We'll see how, because I think all the pressure's on the Celtics to win it all. And I think the pressure's on the Bucks to at least get out of the first round. Because if those two teams do not make it to the conference finals,
the Bucks got a pass for this year
because of Dame and Doc Rivers.
It's Dame and Giannis' first year together. They went through 2 coaches. If they don't, they get a pass. For me, they get a pass.
Not for me, bro.
If you're not going to give Jared Allen a pass, you should not give Giannis a pass. I'm sorry.
This is
they got beat in the first round last year because Giannis was hurt.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he just didn't show up. He was hurt. You remember? You know how that feels. You certainly know how that feels. Not winning a series.
I'm not even talking about last year. I'm talking about this year. You can't give them. You have a time.
But the reason why I'm giving them a pass is because last year they were hurt. This year they got another offensive juggernaut, and they went to 2 coaches. Coaches.
And that happened in Brooklyn. And what happened with KD? Everybody's like, "Oh, what happened, KD? You're not supposed to lose, right?" So I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that.
No,
that's bull. You know that's bull.
KD did his job. KD did his job.
And he still got blamed.
Well, you're the superstar. I'm sorry.
Oh, but Giannis. See what I'm saying?
I'm not. No.
This is what I'm saying.
But if Giannis doesn't show up, obviously,
happened.
At the same time, that's a whole different team now. It's a whole different team.
Oh man,
it's a whole different team. Not everybody could be LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You get your second best player, and y'all go straight to the chip. Not everyone could do that.
You should. And crown yourself. What year was it when he crowned himself?
That crown got taken right off.
Yeah, you better.
Oh my God! No one took that serious. No one took that serious because we didn't.
He did.
I was like, look at this fool.
I'm just saying, man.
I didn't believe that one bit. Like Giannis.
I don't believe in no excuses for superstars, bro. Get it done. I don't care.
Dame's never been in this territory before.
Who?
Dame. He's never been in this territory before.
Oh well, get it done. Get it done.
In Josh's defense, I get it because
so KD had to get it done no matter what.
There's no excuse for you to get swept by the Celtics.
He almost got it done.
No, I'm
no
excuse. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not giving him a pass for that. I'm talking about the 2 year prior against the Bucks. It was just him.
Why didn't you
He was
score
about
in
to
overtime?
get it done.
No, why didn't you score in overtime though? Get it done. I don't care.
He was about to get it done.
Yeah, but he didn't score in overtime. He did not score at all.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, you did most of the work. It's like you doing 90% of the project. Then in the last hour, he's like,
you still pass.
I'm milling in.
I'm milling. All right, nah. You got to
He didn't mail it in. He didn't mail it in.
You,
But
like, come on.
I'm just saying. If you didn't
So-
score in OT, come on, bro. If you just scored one time in OT, what we lost by 2, 3?
So when LeBron had the 51 point triple double game 1 with the J.R. Smith blunder, and he didn't score in overtime, that was on LeBron. Get it done. That's crazy.
You got it in OT, right? You got it in OT, right? You got extra time to do something, right? Get it done. That's all I'm saying.
You need to put that on a shirt.
Listen.
That's a new line. Get it done.
Yeah.
Jordan
done.
and Kobe would have made no
SocialStation.com.
excuse. They would have been like, yo, don't matter if my teammate made a mistake. I got to get it done.
Jobs not finished. Jobs finished.
You know it's true.
Now, do the Celtics get a pass? Now, do the Celtics get a pass?
Hell no. Celtics don't get a pass.
No.
It's no excuse.
No.
You can't say they too old, they too nothing. They young stars is
They
good.
literally got the perfect roster if you really think about it. Literally.
You got a good team, man. Get it done. Anything less than 2-1 games in the finals is a failure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got to make it to the finals.
Yeah, they got to make it.
Come on, if this
gotta
is
make
wide
it.
open, and you talking about, oh man, I couldn't make it to the finals because of this. Nah, that's an excuse. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Especially you, Tatum. Because you all on the what will Kobe say? What will Kobe say for you failing like this?
Yeah, remember he threw away that
Get it
series
done.
against the Warriors. He threw away that series against the Warriors 2 years
He'll
ago.
just say the reason why you're losing because you're wearing that slime. That's all. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Get it done, man. That's just my motto for superstars. Get it done. There's no excuse, man. Especially when you have ample opportunity, extra opportunity to do something. You know, I know it's a bit unfair, but this is what you get paid the big bucks for. This is what you get the Supermax, the $300 million. This is what we pay you for. Sorry.
And Jaylen Brown dribbled 19 times for that shot last night.
It's about W's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I can't give you that. You know what I'm saying? So done.
Well, both of those teams need to get it done. The Nuggets got it done last year. Let's see if they get it done this year.
Yo, the Nuggets really might, Jokic really might have the Hakeem arc of the, I don't know, maybe longer, because these 2 years are gonna feel like, yo, the Jokic years, man.
Yeah.
Like Hakeem dominated for those 2 years. Like he dominated more than that, but that
What's
2-year run is just like, yo, man.
Like the fact that it's what pisses me off about Denver, man. Like, because it's like, yo, like, I personally, low key, I watch a lot of Denver Nugget games now because like I'd be like trying to figure out like,
yeah, that
it got me in a chokehold, man. No Diddy.
Oh man.
And I'm like, yo, Jokic, like, I be like, bro, the offense, the offense that they run is Warrior-esque, like, but it's I can't even. I'm trying to like explain it, but just Jokic as a whole, what he can do on the floor makes no sense to me, and it's just like crunch time when you need a bucket, like they're gonna get one. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to literally like, and this is why I think if the only team I think that can actually beat them in a playoff series because of their offensive power, and if they're consistent, is the Suns. Like all year, Denver's haven't had an issue guarding them because you have two dominant ISO scorers that can get you a bucket at any time, versus running actions. Like the reason why the Lakers struggle so much is because in the last 2 minutes they just dare I say what Chris Broussard said? Like they just it's like, yo.
I feel like we get into our own head when it comes down to crunch time.
Right.
And like it's just so simple minded mistakes. Like now I'm thinking the game that we played on the day that they gave Kobe the statue, where Jokic was being double teamed already, coming off a handoff, and Austin Reeves decided to to some people they would say yes, that was a good play because Jokic was not like the man. We didn't expect the man to have eyes in the back of his head, but when he made that pass and MPJ hit that three, it burned us. You know
But
what I'm saying?
and the issue is the IQ clearly because a lot of times I see the Lakers will double strong side, and it's like why are you doubling Jokic on strong side?
Yeah.
The distance for him to pass the ball to the corner less than 5 feet,
Yeah.
and it's a wide open jump shot for Murray or Porter Jr. And it's just like I don't get it. And you know the counter is let's throw Rui on him and have AD be the roamer. That don't work either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
We thought it did. We thought it did.
I thought it did.
Even with Denver, like even when some like they initial game plan isn't working, they just go to good old reliable that
That's
pick and
it.
roll with Jokic
Pick
and
roll.
Jamal Murray. And
That
it's just
pick
like
and roll in
you can't
DHO
stop
is
it.
insane.
You can't.
You can't, and it pisses me off, man. So I mean, look like you know, running through the West again through Denver, and we're just gonna have to accept the fate that he is having and as Josh said it, in a Hakeem arc right now. Like he's just the best big in the league and the best player. So it is what it is. And until
Remember that 2 years, Hakeem, it was just like, yo, this is what can we do for this guy? Nothing. Just got to sit and watch.
Man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, true story. Well, on that note, I know Eric, you got to get going. You had a prior engagement to this. I apologize for being late. I had a prior engagement before the show. But yeah, you know, hopefully we get some good hoops tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I think the NIT is tonight too.
Yeah.
Real quick, how do you guys feel about the coaches opting out of their teams who didn't make the tournament and elected not to play and at the INT?
Is that mostly the Big East teams?
It was like the teams that didn't get in.
Like they were on the cusp of getting into the tournament, and then they were the bubble teams.
Yeah,
St.
St. John's.
Yeah, I respect it because I think they did the Big East dirty this year. I'm not gonna lie. Some of those teams that I seen in the tournament, I feel like
here's my only issue with that though, because I agree, but my thing is about the players. Let's just say you have a breakout game during that tournament,
right?
And there's some scouts that are looking at you. That one game could help you get a look somewhere, and that could take your career.
You're right. I wasn't thinking about that.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's one thing. Like don't like the coaches. This ain't about the curse, but like it's not about y'all. This is about the students that's trying to still figure out what they want to do and try to make a career out of playing basketball. And because you're upset that you didn't make the tournament, and rightfully so, you're taking away. You're just gonna opt out. Like I don't know. Again, I'm sure the players had to agree to it, but like I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. I just feel like you want to get every opportunity to get the most eyes on you as much as possible.
Yeah,
that's true. I take back my stance. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. But you know, these coaches got egos, man. They're the biggest stars in the college scene.
Yeah, not anymore. Them NIL deals.
The G League Ignite. Bye bye.
Yeah, no more.
Get them out of here. Get them out of here, man.
But you know, it made sense.
It made sense.
It made sense because here's the thing. NIL deals. These college kids are getting way more money than no G League players.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And eventually, you know what's going to happen because of these NIL deals. That one and done is going to go away because you're going to have college players making more than the rookie scale contracts. And at some point, they're going to be like, yeah, we got to do away with the one and done because we're not going to get an influx of rookies that are really good because they're making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, playing for their schools. So, you know, the G League was great, but, you know, it's just going to get outgrown because what college is doing right now. So.
And don't forget about the NDL, the Australian League.
Yeah, and that's growing too. So, you know. But yeah, good show, guys, and some good hoops tonight. And let's go, Lakers.
We got a good hoop slate this week.
Yeah.
Sit on some bets, man. Sit on some bets.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on now. Hey, yo, look, FanDuel, DraftKings, y'all need to sponsor us at this point, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro.
See, at the side of this, I want to see powered by FanDuel.
Right. Or we could do a little, and this video is sponsored by DraftKings, and then they show a little recording of how to do it, how to place your bet. If you use code Swoosh Hoops, you get a deposit of $20.
I'm just saying, we're already ready. We're
Come
already
on,
ready, guys.
bro.
Yeah,
Just give me the
facts.
script. Send me the script, and I got y'all. Like, come on. I got y'all.
Word. But all right, fellas, y'all have a good one.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
And we have each other next week. Peace.
Yep.
Sure.